welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra Aneno Amanya, all the way from Uganda. If you're watching me for the very first time, it's so lovely to have you, and I hope you stick around. So today's episode, I'm so excited to do it because it will be our last episode in the wedding series. We are finally wrapping it up. And I was very specific in my choice of it because I felt like it would be the perfect bye-bye. So today's episode, I want us to talk about how married women can help single women position themselves. Basically, are you a Naomi? And how can you be a Naomi to your Ruth? Let's get into it. So we always talk about Ruth, how Ruth waited, how she gleaned, how she was noticed. But can we also talk about Naomi? Because Ruth never would have ended up with Boaz had it not been for who? For Naomi. Had it not been for Naomi's guidance. And the truth is, there are thousands of Ruths in the churches who are searching for their Boazes. But we have very, very few Naomis who are speaking up. Majority of the married women have gone silent. Can you believe it is me? It has taken Aneno Sandra to talk about these issues, me of all people. Because people are not talking about the things that need to be talked about. So today I want to challenge every married woman. Stop being quiet. What if God allowed your pain, your process, your pruning, so you could help someone else position themselves for God's promise? So let's talk about how the married can disciple the single in love and in very, very, very capital letters, in truth. It is time to rise up. Married woman, number one, be honest about your journey, not just your vows. Some of you who watch, you know my story, yeah? You need to be honest about your story, not just your vows. Because one of the greatest disservices that we as married people do to the single ladies is we edit. We can over edit our stories. We post the proposal, we post the anniversary, but we don't post the pruning. You know when marriage is, it is fire, hot, it is burning you. Then there we disappear. We disappear. Huh? But we forget that Naomi didn't lie to Ruth. She said, I am bitter. She said, I left full and I came back empty. Don't you think that Naomi being honest with Ruth gave Ruth context for what real life looks like? And still, even after hearing that, Ruth followed. So married women, wake up. If you only show the destination and not the detours, not the months of pain, not the months of praying, and then how God came through with that testimony, we need to talk about it all. Because some single women are dying in silence, thinking they are disqualified, and they're thinking like that because they've never had your truth. Because some of us should have been disqualified, but no. In spite our past, in spite the things that we had done, God still deemed it right that he should bless us. So why not you? Speak about your story. Share the ugly. Share the dry seasons. Share how prayer maybe didn't fix this, but you persisted. And finally, God came through. We want to hear it all. Because testimony isn't just a story. It's a strategy. Don't you see how when someone told you what they went through, that now you're going through, you are able to say, if God did it for them, God can do it for me. There is power in testimony, you guys. Yeah? Revelations 12:11 says they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their what? Of their testimony. Because of Naomi's testimony that she shared with Ruth, Ruth was able to navigate. And see how she was able to finally get Boaz. And see how love bloomed. Rise up, you married woman who is keeping quiet. Start to talk. Start to speak up. Share your story. It matters. Number 2, married women, please, please start teaching positioning, not passivity. And this is what I was talking about, single women who just sit and they're like, the man, he will find me. If he's the one for me, he will find me. Even if I stay home, even if I don't do anything, he will find me. My dear, you're being passive. That is passivity. Ruth wasn't just sitting around, trusting God, praying. And I'm not saying trusting and praying is bad, no. But while you do that, while you do that, work in the field. While you do that, seek counsel. While you do that, learn things to sharpen and better yourself. While you do that, learn humility. While you do that, have a Naomi in your corner who is not just watching. Women, married women, stop just watching our single people messing up and making mistakes and, doing this and that. Start speaking. Instruct them. As Naomi did, because she instructed Ruth, anoint yourself, wash yourself, go down to the threshing floor. Naomi gave Ruth divine strategy, not just encouragement. We love to say, I'll be praying with you. I'm praying for you. What have your prayers done? Be practical about it. Be practical about it. Are we together? Be practical about it. Start speaking up to these ladies, teaching them instruction, how to align themselves, how to position themselves to meet Boaz. Are we together? Married women, thing number 3 that I need us to wake up to. And again, it is the most important because I see it all the time. And maybe I need to start speaking up about it more like in real time. But married women, we need to start actually walking with the single women and not just preaching at them. Not just throwing wisdom and words and theoretical quotes at them, but actually doing discipleship with them. Like actually doing life with them. Naomi didn't just instruct Ruth, she walked with her. From Moab to Bethlehem. From barrenness to breakthrough. Can you imagine the beauty of knowing that you held your single sister's hand, that you walked with her, that you prayed, and then see they proposed, and then you guys prayed some more, and then you went through the functions, and then the wedding, and then the honeymoon, and then you're praying. Don't you see how beautiful that is? Don't you think that's beautiful? Yeah? Married women, I believe that we have been called to do the same. This is our ministry. Yeah? Not just posts, captions about marriage, but we sit in coffee shops. That is what we need to do. We need to sit in coffee shops with them and hear their pain. We need to not just give advice, but hold them accountable when we see that they're slipping back into old patterns. We need it. They need it. Ruth just didn't need wisdom. She needed presence, you guys. We all need presence. We all need someone to hold our hand and walk with us. So as a Naomi, as a married woman, what are you doing with your story? What are you doing with your experiences? What are you doing with the things you're learning and learning? What is your purpose? What is your role? Step out of your comfort zone, yeah? Step out of your comfort zone and disciple someone. God didn't bring you through all of that just for you to enjoy your new season of marriage and desert the rest. God brought you up to this point so that you could midwife someone else into their marriage. So that you could midwife them into giving birth to a godly marriage. Yeah? Your marriage, my marriage has weight. And that weight is just not for my TikTok. It is not just for my WhatsApp. It is not just for my Instagram. It is for that generation of women who are one wrong decision away from destruction, who are one wrong decision away from marrying a man they have no business marrying, who are one wrong decision away from having a child for a man who they have no business having a child for. And you're there quiet. You've never shared your story. Galatians 6:2 says, bear one another's burdens. This doesn't speak perfection. You just need to be present. You don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be present with the people that I have chosen to be present with. Mentorship doesn't require a microphone, this one. It doesn't. It just requires a heart of love, a heart of humility, a heart of compassion for that single woman. Are we together? So as we close, if you're married, my sister, you have oil. And God never gives oil for your own fire. That oil is not just for you to light your own fire. There are Ruths that are watching your walk, watching how you speak to your husband, watching what you cover, watching what you correct. So my sister, if you know kakukonyeko, do the right thing, yeah? Share it. Share it with a sister who you know needs to hear it. Otherwise, thank you so much for rocking with your girl. I enjoy this. I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. And see you in the next one. Oh yes, be excited for the next series. I'm calling it The Church And. And you people, I need the grace of God to talk about these topics because they are necessary. Pray for me. Pray for me. Bye. We're done.